Hello, everybody. It's Dave Neal, stand-up comic and host of Bachelor Nation News. We have a Dancing with the Stars and Joey Graziadei update. Joey's competing on this current season of Dancing with the Stars, and he's doing a damn good job. He might be the best bachelor ever as far as his footwork goes, and he's also, unlike most bachelors, in a healthy relationship with the winner of his season, Kelsey Anderson. The success rate for the Bachelor is pretty low, and why is that? Well, men probably suck at picking. Maybe we don't pick the person we should, and it doesn't last long. At least that's historically how it's played out for The Bachelor. There is a thing called the Dancing with the Stars curse, where people who go on Dancing with the Stars break up with their boyfriend or fiance shortly thereafter. Now, that's one of those examples where I don't think it has too much to do with Dancing with the Stars. I think it has more to do with these are weak relationships, and they get to go on the show almost right after being on, The Bachelor, and the relationship's already on the way out. Looking at you, Gabby, Wendy, and Eric Schwar. Of course, that relationship wasn't going to last, and many don't. But Kelsey's got the right attitude here. So we're going to get into what Joey said on the Almost Famous podcast. Kelsey posted this: proud isn't a strong enough word. And she showed that she supports her man, and that she also supports her man's partner, very beautiful dancer, who, of course, is married. And in this article we're going to share with you, Joey Graziadei requested a Dancing with the Stars partner in a healthy relationship. But he says this not because he was afraid of his own temptation. He just didn't want the internet speculating, Joey might, because Steven Nadorozic is dealing with this, the pommel horse prince. He's in a relationship, but people are going, you and Riley look so cute together, and people misconstrue two heterosexual adults being able to be friends. And of course, in the world of Dancing with the Stars, they always have the dancer sort of holding your arm when you're doing interviews. They're kind of trained to kind of keep you in the right spot. I actually covered a lot today, Dancing with the Stars, on the podcast, The Rush Hour, which I won't cover here, but I discussed Anna Delvey, who was voted off in the first round. She's blaming the Dancing with the Stars for exploiting her. I think it's absolute hogwash, but if you want to hear what she says on the Tori Spelling podcast, I got that on the Morning Rush. Scan that QR code right there. All right, let's get into it. We had Kelsey speaking up, saying basically how dumb it is that people think she's worried about her man. And let's look, if your relationship can't withstand a month of dance, then it wasn't meant to be in the first place. Let's go to Joey on the Almost Famous podcast. Here it is, audio only, discussing his relationship with Kelsey and kind of, how he's trying to make the dancing thing work.
But if we had to do that, if I was going straight off The Bachelor and I was going to jump into it, I probably would not have done it because it would have been really tough. But Kelsey and I had obviously those 3 months or so to be able to enjoy, have fun, go learn a lot about each other while having all these experiences. And then I was able to have the real conversation with her of, what do you think about this? Because it's getting tossed towards me, but I have to kind of actively look to do it if I want to. So I want to start having those conversations.
And by the way, you get paid $100,000+ to be on the show. If you make it a certain amount of time, you can make $250,000+, and it's going to make them both look good. Kelsey gets to stay in Los Angeles with Joey. He's going to be busy dancing, but she can, of course, enjoy herself. I mean, it sounds good to me.
But I'm not going to do it unless we talk through it. And she actually was the one that pushed me the most. She said, no, I think you should do this, not only because I think you'll enjoy it, but I think you'll be good at it. And I want you to have that experience. So unless I had that conversation with her, I don't know if I would have probably had the combos I did and been in the position. She gave me the confidence that I could do it. And it did help that we had Charity and Dotton to talk through what the time commitment would be. And it's the same as The Bachelor. Like, you think and then until you're in it, you don't. So we're still navigating through that as much as we possibly can. But she's been nothing but supportive. We love being in LA right now. There's so many exciting things that are going on here too. So it's been great, but we're learning through it every day as well.
What are some ways, Joey, that you've made your relationship a priority already in the first 2 weeks?
Being really present when I come home, because it's hard, and it's honestly more through communication. Like, I need to tell her as soon as I get home that I need to decompress for like 20 minutes because I'm tired and I'm thinking about my dance in a million different ways. And then once I feel like I'm centered, now I can have a real conversation with her. But, telling her about my day, being excited and talking through all the amazing things I did, asking her how her day was, how was her workout, how was this meeting that she walked to.
Listen, regardless of what Kelsey's going on, and I'm sure she has a lot of great things going on, it's going to be very difficult because Joey's living a once in a lifetime moment. He's competing on live TV in the biggest market in the world, learning a dance and getting to be the star. And she and she just has to sort of be supportive, and again, I think it's great. I just think in a lot of times people have a hard time kind of giving up that attention. So, if they can get through this, which it looks like they are, it's just more power to the strength of the relationship and the strength of Kelsey, really, that she can be such a supportive partner.
Too, like all those little things of trying to just have the open communication, but then feeling each other out too. Like I want to make sure that she's feeling comfortable, and if we need to have a chill night, she'll understand that. But then if she really wants to go out and go to this party because it's an opportunity for her to meet more people, I got to suck it up and go to that party. But it's been good so far. I can obviously always be better. I'm not going to act like I'm a master at this, but I think that we've been doing really well at the communication and not letting things fester if there is any type of issue. So I'm just trusting and leaning on her. She's happy, I'm happy, and we're just trying to have as much fun as we can with this awesome opportunity that came my way.
Great.
Sounds like you're doing it right. I've been married for 3 years. It's I would love to sit here and be like, no, this is how you should do it. I don't know. Just you'll do your best. If you love her, you'll figure it out. Jenna, Kelsey has said that you've been a support. Obviously your relationship with her is important too. You've done this for 10 years. As you've said, you're not shocked, by the fans' reactions and these comments. What are some ways that you've kind of found to support Kelsey through this journey, or just give some insight into what to expect?
Yeah. I think it was really important right away. As soon as Joey and I had met each other, we were like, let's get you guys over to our house. I want her to meet me. I want her to meet Val.
I love it. Like the dance, Jenna knows, good looking dancer. She's like, I want to disarm your partner. Not that there is any jealousy, but it's like you want to get to know each other. Who's your work wife? It can really, because Jenna and Max, they're a married dancer couple. They're okay with their sexuality and touching each other, people through dance. And you hate to say it, but so many normal people aren't okay with that. And that's why Kelsey had to make this video here where she kind of addressed it. And I'll just share this quick clip for you.
Jenna touching your man like that. And honestly, I don't know. Maybe because it's her job. Maybe because she's a professional dancer and she has to touch him to dance.
So it's got to be annoying for Kelsey to have to deal with people who say ignorant comments like that. Why are you okay with this? Because then it puts you in a position to go, should I be okay with this? So again, and I discussed this actually on the morning episode of the Rush Hour podcast with Chapel Roan, who's a pop star, but she's learning she can't just communicate with her audience anymore. She needs to separate it because of the toxic, and again, it's only a small percentage, but the toxic people that are so, and who knows, you might be arguing with a 14-year-old, do you know what I mean? And people that don't understand the nuance of what's going on. So by all means, use it for content like Kelsey's doing here, but just avoid the idiots who are like, why are you letting someone touch your guy? Oh, shut it. Let's continue.
Meet our son, just already established that relationship together too. So she felt really part of it and comfortable in this partnership because she's part of it.
By the way, I'm being told by my Patreon live stream, I said the wrong man. It's Val, not Max. Max is the older brother, Chermakovsky. This is Val. So again, for those Dancing with the Stars loyalists, my apologies. I said the wrong name.
So yeah, we did that right away before we were announced on Good Morning America as partners. They had come over to our house. We had dinner, which was so much fun. And then she's been our social media queen. She sends us all sorts of audios and ideas. Like she's so good at that. And I love that because Joey and I are brain dead at the end of the day. We don't have the capacity to even think about that. So she's been so helpful and involved with us on that aspect. And then we actually got dinner. We did a little double date last Tuesday after the show. We all went to catch steak. So it's been really fun. Obviously, this is only week 3, so we still have a lot more time to get to know each other. But I told Joey from the beginning, I really think it's important that we are open with her, and I want you to show her the videos from our day. I want her to feel part of it, so she's just as excited as you are. And she's been really, really awesome with that.
So far, at least on social media, Kelsey has been so excited about this process. Joey, not that you need to do this, but I think one great thing that everybody listening would love to know is if you could just kind of give, if it's a summary of where your relationship stands with Kelsey right now, kind of how you're doing, what you're looking forward to, what you're excited about, or maybe it's the opposite, but I don't think it is.
No, all good things. It's been great right now. Obviously, it's been a funny thing that I was spending a lot of time in New Orleans with her, living with her roommates. This is the first time we've been in a place just us and kind of starting to make a home together. So that's been a really fun part of the beginning of this whole process is we have our own place. We're doing a lot of stuff, getting a lot of alone time together, which we found in our own little way in New Orleans, but this is even better. Big thing for us right now is we're just trying to figure out what's going to happen post show. And we've talked about New York, but being in LA, being here and enjoying it, we've been also a lot more open to staying here.
So I love that they're having these normal conversations. And again, this is what you need to do. You need to discuss where you're going to live. And look, they have the world in front of them. They're a good-looking couple that everyone's rooting on. Joey plays a bunch of tennis and golf. Stay in Southern California. You know, the opportunities you get in Los Angeles are unbelievable. And I say that having just moved away after 10 years. I'd move back tomorrow if, you know, we felt like it was right for our family with the baby and affording the lifestyle and whatnot. But he's going to have all these opportunities. And, you know, New Orleans is great. New York is great, but they don't have the beating heart of Hollywood the way LA does. Now, obviously, maybe it's not obvious, but Hollywood's in a very slow rut right now with production. But for what he's doing, taking meetings, I mean, Joey's going to be a reality TV guy. That's what he's going to be. Could he act and be in movies? I would love that if he did, but you know, will he do traders? You know, what special forces? Like, this is just the world I'm sure he's going to be in, and that's fine too. There's a lot of money to be made there. They could literally make enough money in the next 3 or 4 years that they could ride that with the proper investments and then continue. And then he could literally just go back to being a tennis pro with several $1 million in the bank, a lucrative influencer, whatever podcast they want to do together. I mean, the world is theirs. And I have to say, Joey's played it smart. And I don't mean this, like I know plenty of past contestants that I think have used me as a vehicle to just be another, not just me, Game of Roses, Reality Steve, whatever the different podcasts are. They kind of use a little bit of everybody to make sure everyone thinks of them highly. And I think that's normal. You want to be liked and all that. Joey, I've only contacted with him right when his season was starting to film. And, we actually just, briefly talked football. You know what I mean? Just seems like such a normal guy. And Kelsey as well, normal in the sense that they're navigating a very unusual relationship and situation. But what was interesting, and I didn't catch the audio of this, is what Joey had to say. He says, it was something I thought about coming in, he said on this episode. I wanted to be in a situation where I was comfortable that I didn't have to worry about a lot of this noise. The noise being, cheating rumors or whatever stupid things are going to come up. His relationship on the rocks, whatever. So I asked when I got on the show to be paired with someone that was in a successful and healthy relationship. And he said, I didn't want there to be any chance of noise because I know that comes with the show and the territory sometimes. And he was in such a great place in his life with everything that Kelsey and I have built that I didn't want to have a distraction. I think that's so smart too. And it's not like it's the distraction isn't him not trusting himself, that he's going to, I don't know, fall out of love or whatever. I think it's just not wanting to deal with the extra chatter of the internet, wondering what's going on. So there he is in a happy relationship, dancing with a woman who's in a happy relationship, and they can all be good friends. And hey, Val Chmerkovskiy, you can go dance with Kelsey on the side. You can all swap ballroom partners, do whatever the hell you want. Swapping ballroom partners. Why does that sound like one of those Mormon, sex live shows on Hulu? I don't know. Maybe it could be. All right. Let me know what you think. If you want to the afternoon episode of The Rush Hour, it's going to be right here. I'm going to be traveling this week. I have shows tomorrow in New York City at New York Comedy Club. I've got the information on my Instagram. If you want to come to that, I think Thursday I've got another show in New York. And then on the 11th of October, I've got Portsmouth, Rhode Island Comedy Festival. That's going to be a great show if you want to come to that. Anyone in New England, definitely a show worth coming to. So with all of that said, YouTube content will be on the lighter side this week as I'm traveling. I will have my full Rush Hour podcast because it's a little bit easier to get that production down while I'm traveling. So make sure you're subscribed to get all of the updates. If you've been just following me on YouTube, that's been fantastic, but you're going to want to be over there this week. All right, we'll be back with more right after this.